my creatives, and welcome to another video. So today it is hashtag Take 5 Art Collab Day, woohoo! And I'm very excited to share the New Year's prompts. They are amazing and they are chosen by Amira, and they are absolutely amazing, but they are a challenge. So I will just jump right into it with them. First prompt is complementary color scheme plus black and white. Second prompt, a background technique, which you are seeing me doing here. My background technique is collage. Third prompt, a focal image representing the new year for you. Fourth prompt, add a second layer using the same color scheme but in a different medium. And 5, one word for 2021. So these are very exciting prompts, and I really had a blast with them, but they were a challenge and I did some oopsies in this process, which I will of course share with all of you. If these prompts went too fast for you, that's no problem at all. They are always listed down below in the description box, as are the links for all the other ladies that I do this challenge with. I would love it if you would go check them out and see what they did with the 5 prompts. And this challenge is not just for us, it is also for you. So we are just a jumping off point to start creating, and we would love it if you would participate with us and join us in this challenge and post your page on Instagram or your project. It doesn't have to be an art journal page, it doesn't matter what you make, but if you post it on Instagram, use the hashtag Take5Art. And if you make a video, I would love to receive a link from you so I can add you to our monthly playlist. I have a playlist on my channel for each and every month of the Take 5 Art Challenge, and I collect all the videos in there from everyone. So not just the Take 5 ladies who I have this collaboration with, but with everyone. So we will also be continuing the Take 5 Art Challenge into the new year. Yay! Very exciting, and we already have our schedule and everything is prepared, so that's very nice, and we can't wait to give you more creative content. So now on to my page. I chose for a background technique collage because I really liked the texture and I thought it was a good starting point. As you probably noticed in my art journal pages, is that I really enjoy doing collage at the moment as a jumping off point. It's just to get me back into the groove because I don't have a lot of time to make a lot of art, so this just warms me up a little bit, and it's a very nice and simple background technique to do. So now I'm just going to cut off the excess papers, and I'm working in an altered book. And this is a very big book. And it turned into something as an art journal for my personal development or my personal things. So I thought it was a perfect art journal to do this, this Take 5 Art in. Because it's about New Year and what is New Year for you. So now I'm just adding a layer of gesso. And if you see me go off screen, I'm just wetting my brush a little bit, because the gesso was pretty thick and I didn't want to have it as thick on there because I still wanted to see the texture of all the things that I put it on this page already. And now I'm just going to dry it off with my heat tool, and now I will start. So I chose for my complementary color contrast or color scheme blue and orange. So I am using 2 blue colors of distress paints, which I very much enjoy, and it has been a while since I used them, so I was very happy to use them again. And they always help you see the texture you put underneath, especially if you put it on with a baby wipe. My dauber dried up a little bit, so I just screwed it open, the flask open, and I just added my paint that way. So I have these 2 blue colors and I'm just adding them to my page. If you want to know what I use, there's always a list of supplies in the description box, and if I can find it online, there are links to it. Just remember that some of the links are affiliate links and some of them are not, but just so you know. So my camera did a little bit wonky thing with the changing of colors, so that will happen a few times in this video. I hope it doesn't bother you too much, but I'm going on to my next thing, and I'm going to use this leaf stencil from Studio Light, and I'm going to add at first a layer of white paint. through the stencil, and I'm going to do that on the top and on the bottom of this page, and then I will add my orange to it, because the orange that I am going to use is a neon color orange and it isn't opaque, so I really wanted to have something white on the background to make sure that the orange would stand out and would not be too dark, you know, with the blue as a background. So I moved the stencil a little bit aside to create a highlight and a shadow, and I really liked what I did here, and I really liked the stenciling and the color contrast, and it made me very happy. And then I did something I absolutely hated, but we will go there in a second. So I very much like this. This made me very happy. And now I'm taking my second medium in orange and blue to add another layer. And I should have done these two the other way around. So I should have started with this and then do the stenciling with the leaves. But you know, that's how arting goes. I'm a very intuitive artist. I just go on how I'm feeling. I don't really think too much about it. And then sometimes these things happen. So I scribbled some circles and I thought it was blah. I really didn't like it. And I am going to try to fix that by scribbling in some flowers to make them into flowers. And yeah. So I also didn't like this. I don't know. I think this is a great technique for a background, but not as a second layer. And that is what I realized here, because I was going over everything, and I just didn't like it. I was like, Kira, what are you doing? This is not the look we were going for. But I continue. I commit. That's what I do. I commit to my page, and I can always fix it, and I will show you how I fix it, because I really didn't like this. So I'm adding the blue as well and the orange to complete the second prompt. What was it? To add another layer of the same medium, but the same colors, but in a different medium. So I did that. But yeah, I didn't like it. I very much didn't like it. But you know, those things happen and you can always fix it. I will show you how I fix mine, and in the end I am very pleased with what I made. It's quite different from what I usually do. So I feel that I'm very much in this experimental phase with my own doodling and drawing and mark making. And sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. Now I'm taking this Kaisercraft stencil and I'm adding it all over my page. These are just bubbles and some white paint, and it did make it better, but now the leaves were completely gone. So I thought I'm going to take some white linen dilutions paint and I am going to add that to these corners, so I have two fresh new corners to work on. And I chose the dilutions because the background will show through a little bit, but not that much, so I will not lose my texture. But I did have a nice clean corner to work with, and I do this with a dry brush because I want to fan it out a little bit in the background and that it's not a harsh line. So I made sure that I did this with a dry brush and just, yeah, adding the excess paint, swiping it out. I don't know what the technical term for that is. So then I just dry this off, and now I'm going back in with my leaf stencil, and I smudged a little bit of the paint on the page before. But you know, it's okay. So now I'm going to take the same neon color orange and I'm going to stencil in these leaves again. And I very much like this. It wasn't as cool as a start maybe, but you know, for fixing it, I'm very happy with this. And now my scribbles are a background piece for texture and not a focal point, because that's what bothered me. They became the focal point, which was not my intention. So after that I went through my other stencils and I found that Dina Wakely stencil, But first, I am going to add a dooley border because it's a New Year's page about me. So that has to have dooley border, right? The white paint wasn't completely dry yet, so my marker skipped a little bit. I hope I don't ruined it, but I really didn't want to dry it anymore. So I'm just doing my doodly border with this Posca paint marker, which I very, very much like. I really enjoy the paint markers, and I'm very happy that I bought them because they are opaque and they don't run, and I have different tip sizes, which I very, very much enjoy. So I'm very happy to have these. So now I'm going in with the Dina Wakely stencil, and I am deciding if I want to use black or if I want to use blue. And I decided to use a blue color. But for this color, I will tell you what my thought process was about picking this blue color. So on the packaging of the Amsterdam acrylic, it says how opaque it is. And I chose a blue that was opaque, or pretty much opaque, because I'm going to layer it up on this bright orange leafy pattern. And I didn't want, how do I say that? I didn't want to have translucent leaves, blue leaves on there. I don't really know how to say it, but you can see it here. So they're pretty opaque, so they stand out pretty much. If it was a very translucent paint, they would fade in with the other leaves, and it would be very busy, even though it's still a very busy page. I don't know, but that's what I really wanted to say. I kept in mind that I picked a paint that is pretty much opaque for this, so I could get a crisp and clean stenciling for that. So now I'm just going to stencil these leaves in, and this is a recently bought Dina Wakely stencil, and I'm so happy I bought this because I absolutely love the look. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to copy my design on both corners, on the top and on the bottom, like they are exactly the same. And I'm going to line up my fern so it looks like it is one big bouquet, but it's not. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. So now I'm here with my focal image for 2021, and I chose the word bloom, and I took an image from Flow magazine that would fit bloom and growing, because 2021 will be an exciting new year for me. In 2021 I will get my degree and I will start my own business, and I feel like I am at the start of my life. I don't know, it feels very weird maybe, or maybe it sounds a bit weird, but it feels like I'm just starting, and it feels like I am blooming, and this coming year will be the year that I will grow. Will grow my own business, will grow this YouTube channel, start Patreon, do printables, all those things I really wanted to do for the past years, but I really wanted to get a degree first. So it feels like everything is paying off right now, all my hard work, and then I am blooming in the coming year. And that image represents my growth and that I will be, you know, the third flower this coming year. I hope. We will see. I mean, 2020 was a year that looked promising for a lot of people, but then, you know, things happened. So let's see what 2021 will do. But this is how I'm feeling right now about 2021. That I will bloom and I will grow and I will be doing what I love most, and I will be just starting up my own business, which is very, very exciting. So if you want to see what I am going to do for 2021, I highly recommend you go subscribe and stick around a little bit here. I would love it if you would do that. And yeah, I'm just very, very excited about 2021 and my growth that I have been through to be able to stand here on a mental health skill, but also on personal growth. And you know, like, it's amazing to me that I'm standing here right now, that this is the point that I am right now. So that is what I wanted to capture with this page. I used some tracing paper to layer up my image and the word bloom. I stamped out the word bloom with a recently bought stamp set, and I used some orange and blue archival ink for that. And then this will be my focal image. I thought it was a good representation of me. If you follow me for a longer time, I think you will agree with that. Now I went through my stash because I missed something on this page, and I found these butterfly dies that Anne sent me from Just Me Creating. And I thought they were the perfect addition to this page because Amira also allowed us to use black. And I really missed something, and you know how much I love butterflies and that they represent freedom and, you know, personal growth for me. So I thought they were a perfect addition, although I always have an excuse to use butterflies. But this time they also meant something to this page to enhance the word bloom and growth and going for it. So I'm using the Nuvo Deluxe glue. For the ones that watch my haul, I bought several bottles of glue to try them out, and I actually really like this glue, especially because it has a fine tip and it sticks really well. So I'm very happy that I bought this. I do recommend it. And now I am cheating a little bit because I missed something on this page, and I'm adding some gold plus signs here and there on a random note. So Amira, I'm sorry for not sticking to this color scheme, but I really wanted to add something else. And that is also, if you want to do this challenge with us, I recommend you do so. Add whatever you want and make the prompts work for you. You don't have to go out and buy stuff for them. Just change them up and make them work for you. They're just there as a point to start or to hang on or to kickstart your creativity. So I really wanted to have this gold plus signs, so I did. Art is also about breaking the rules, right? So this is my page for January 2021. I'm adding some black splatters because I missed something. So I added some black splatters. And this is my page for the hashtag Take 5 Art Challenge January 2021. Don't forget to check out all the other ladies. They are linked down below in the description box. If you participate in this challenge, post your page on Instagram with hashtag Take 5 Art. And if you make a video, I would love to receive a link from you so I can add you to the playlist. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully 2021 will be a better year for all of us. And if you like this video, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!